What's up YouTube? This is KREESE here. Today I'm going to bring you a video on how to fix that leaking air hose. Now for some of y'all, your leaks may be different. They may be in different spots. You know, if your hose is nicked, you can always take and cut it and reattach different pieces. But I will show you all that in just a second. What I want to show y'all, for me, this piece here, this coupling is the coupling that connects into the air compressor, and I'll show y'all what I'm talking about. So see here, there's my air compressor. You have this piece here that pushes in there, this clicks, and that connects. Okay, what I was having is just over time, as you can see, this is an old connector. This hose it's an older hose, but the hose itself is in good shape. But I had leaks all in this area around here where this metal comes together, and it just was not sealing good. You know, when you bend it, put pressure on the hose from coming out of the compressor. There's some play in here. It's old, it's wore out, and it needs to be replaced. So what I'm doing is, you can see here, I have this piece, and what you'll need for this is, depending on what you have, your application may be different, but this is a general idea. Like I'm showing you now, this piece connects into the compressor. Okay, you will need, if you do not have an end here where you're going to connect your air tools to. Now as you can see here, I had a similar problem. I took a hose clamp, and this seals up fine, no problems. What you have coming off of this end is essentially just a 3/8, because it's a 3/8 hose, a 3/8 inch hose end. Like you can see here, the ones with these ridges in it, that's what you want. You want the ones that have the ridges in it, because what that's going to do is help to trap the air inside. So that's what I have in here right now. You're also going to need a hose clamp, and I would suggest, these are just some old ones that I have laying around. If y'all can see here, just pull off of old cars, old equipment and stuff like that, because they always come in handy for future projects. So I would suggest having some of these. If you don't have any, you can buy them, they're pretty cheap. Second, you're going to need, now I would suggest using a wrench. All of these, you know, most of them have a flathead. However, the flathead does not, you cannot get the torque that you can from a wrench or a socket. So right here you can see I have an 8mm, just an 8mm Craftsman box end, open end wrench, and this fits absolutely perfect on, and will turn back and forth very nice. You're also going to need some thread sealant with Teflon. Now you can use the kind that comes in a roll that you see. It's like PVC pipe tape, they'll call it. But this right here is actually, it's a liquid sealant, and it's got Teflon in it, so it's like a white paste, almost like glue. You take and you just paint it around the threads. And what we're going to do is, when we put this on the hose, the threads here where we're going to connect that piece to this piece, we'll put some sealant on there, and this will be the end that goes into the compressor. And I'm going to show you all that in a second. Alright, so to walk y'all through the process here, I'll do this pretty quick. This is your piece right here. Go ahead, put your hose clamp, get your hose clamp, put your hose clamp on. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in. You're going to take this piece, like I said, it's just going to go right down into here. Now you see, you want to be somewhere in this area here when you tighten this clamp down. So for me, I'm going to do it right here. And you can also use an electric impact gun, or a electric drill if you want, or a socket. I'm going to go ahead and just run this down. Okay, just run it down nice and snug. So as you can see, this is very tight. Now we're going to go ahead and take this piece off. We're going to attach it to this end with our thread sealant with Teflon. So I'm taking it, you just screw it off of the old piece. Take a little bit of this stuff, like I said, it's like glue. You don't have to use a whole lot. Just put a little dab on there like this. Get it painted on there nice and good. Make a nice seal. Take this piece, you can go ahead and screw it on. This is all, clockwise. So once you do this, you go ahead and take another wrench, which this one is a 5/8. So you're going to put this on here, and you take and tighten that down. And if you need to hold it, you can take another wrench. I just have an adjustable here that I'm going to put on here. Take and hold this piece in place, and then just tighten it down. Alright, so now that it's down nice and tight, we have our sealer on. This clamp is in good position, it seems to be. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll plug it into the compressor, see if we have any leaks. Alright, so when I first put it on with the one hose clamp, it was leaking. So I put a second one on that was a little smaller, up closer to the front, one right behind it, as you can see right now. So I got my line charged here. You can see what kind of pressure I got. I'm not getting any leaks at all. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it on, let it build up some more pressure. We'll check it, make sure we still don't have any leaks. Alright, so the compressor's on. We'll build some pressure up and we'll make sure we aren't having any leaks. Alright, so I got my compressor here is about 150 psi in the tank. Right here I got it set down to about, I think it's a max 150 psi tank. Y'all can see I've got mine set on my output about 125. Y'all can tell. Absolutely no leaks. So that's how you, a cheap way to fix your air compressor hose. And I'm KREESE, and I thank y'all for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe.